My shadow figures are different people, sometimes male, sometimes female. One time I saw myself as a shadow in my room. That is quite interesting, user 221. See, I think this is what the real time travel is. For me, time travel is doing things like inner child healing on yourself, and then your past self sees your future. Essentially, what I think this person is experiencing is they saw their self as a shadow person in their room before they went to bed, is what we were talking about in this video. And I believe that a likely scenario would be is that your future self was doing some shadow work. Haha, shadow work. Anyway, so was doing some shadow work, some inner child healing, and you bear witness to that. And I think that's fucking awesome. Imagine yourself as your present self is doing an inner child healing on, say, your 7-year-old self, and you're remembering a time in which you felt scared and unsafe. And so your present self goes back, envisions the space where your inner child, your scared 7-year-old was, and imagines the situation around your younger self, and then you go over to your younger self and you comfort your younger self, say exactly what your younger self needs to hear, and then you remove any baggage or remove that negative feeling that 7-year-old is feeling in that moment, and then you absorb your 7-year-old into your present self. And that's essentially what shadow work is and what inner child healing is. If you want the more step-by-steps, I actually sell a guided meditation that's called Inner Child Healing. It goes through that exact process step-by-step. Imagine you're doing that, and then maybe later on it unlocks a memory that your 7-year-old self had, that before they were going to bed, they saw a woman or an adult figure in the room staring over them, and it somehow felt comforting to them in that moment, and they weren't scared. But really it was your future self comforting your younger self, and you saw it. Isn't that so cool how I believe that stuff happens all the time, but we just don't click it together. We don't recognize it for what it is. So maybe that's what this person is experiencing. What are your other hypotheses on what is happening in the situation?